superstar Rajinikanth, Kamala Hassan, Anil Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor, Virat Kohli, Shahid Kapoor. You also worked with Ranveer Singh.
Yeah.
The man is way too bold.
Ranveer Singh for me is bending the rule every time. He's created that persona that, I have to be in there. The room has to know that Ranveer is here.
Hashtag Dapper Da. Can you share with us what is that?
Everyone uses the word da, innada, come da, this, that. And that's the time dandy, dapper. The hashtag was trending then. So she's like, you should be known as Dapper Da.
One fashion sense which is so crazy now, but you don't like.
Oversize is a nice vibe, but to a certain extent. For the longest time, 7 years into my business, I dressed weak. I wore ill-fitting trousers, shirt was loose, not tucked in, my hair was a mess. My wedding suit was my worst.
Rajinikanth, superstar. The work you did with him, can you share that with us?
I was standing at his door. He says, who are you? So I'm your tailor. He's like, tailor? Come here. He's a smart boy you are. So what impressed him is the way I was presenting myself.
Can you share with us the very challenging phases in your whole career?
2015, the flood. We were a basement. They washed me out.
Completely.
Overnight, I was out, completely drowned. Our ceiling is down, our ACs are down. So literally, everything went.
Business process engineering to India's leading bespoke for men. Celebrities like, you name it. Superstar Rajinikanth, Kamala Hassan, you have Mamantu in one corner, and the other side you have Dulquer also, right? Anil Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor. I can go on. Virat Kohli, Shahid Kapoor, right? Can you tell me the journey? How a guy who did engineering is doing this?
Surreal, first of all, thank you so much. This is great to finally, come meet you guys, see what Success Gyan is all about. But for me, the journey also is very, very blur. I didn't know what I wanted to do, how I wanted to start. In school, you usually learn you want to be an engineer, you want to do, architecture. Math was my weakness. So I said, nothing related to math because I've been scarred very badly. So Y2K, 2000 is when 99, I finished school, and that was the period where the boom was IT. And someone from the commerce background, you can't do engineering. I happened to get an opportunity in Sri Lanka, which was process reengineering and IT institute. I said, okay, let me take the plunge. Came back, and that was a new trend then. It was automation basically. So what is business process reengineering is you understand an existing system. For me now, a body type, and you figure out how you're going to, restructure or reframe that. But what I didn't realize is you need the grace that I have now to be in process reengineering, right? So you can't be a consultant, can't come and tell a business owner 20 years in experience saying, hey, you're doing something wrong.
Yep.
I was just plugging in automation, right? ERPs. So I realized that was not my scope because you're constantly doing a lot of SOPs. It was not exciting. And clothing, at that point, I was in that stage 4 years into process engineering, basically back-end work, just doing SOPs. We went into banking. We went into manufacturing. Constant resistance. No one wants, like I said, a young guy coming and telling me what I do, at least wrong or right, you can't tell me.
Correct.
So there was constant backlash. So I said, you're not progressing anywhere. And at that same moment, two friends of mine from Sri Lanka said, listen, we want to start fashion. Sri Lanka has a lot of potential. Let's bring something from India. You are there. I know you. Introduce us to someone. And that's how the whole...
So before that, nothing to do with fashion, nothing to do with menswear?
Nothing.
Not at all. Okay. So two friends asked you about bring something from India. Let's do something in Sri Lanka. Then what happened?
The reason they asked me is, of course, the family was into textile.
Okay.
But we're one of these banking stories, right? Where the financial institutes, you have great ones and you have bad ones. We were one of the not so fortunate. We kind of completely shut down due to how it is all managed, right? Very good industry, very good product, but financially we were not able to back it. So that was again a blur moment. I never got into the business.
Okay.
I always thought I'll be one day a businessman like my dad.
Okay.
So in school, and they asked me, what do you want to be? I was like my father. I want to be a businessman. But by the time I graduated, that was not there. So
So by the time you graduated, the business was done.
It was done.
Okay. Or bankrupt, or you guys closed down? What happened?
Bankrupt. All wound down. Whatever we had, one by one, the assets left. And it remained, it's just that it's all shut down now. I always wondered why we were not able to start again. But I guess, we believe the Almighty had something.
Okay. Tell me this, Usman, because for me, I really believe your core beliefs, in life sets in when you're a kid, which means you're 0 to 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21 are 3 stages in life where things happen to you.
Yeah.
And your core belief sets in.
Yeah.
For somebody who's been in a business family and had an aspiration to be a businessman, when things didn't work and you had to choose your 4-year, whatever you did, which I'm sure you didn't want to do that time, but you had no choice for whatever reason you did.
Yeah.
So how was your mindset? And when your friend said again, something to do with clothing, how did that switch happen? What happened? Just walk us through that.
No, you're right about these pivotal points, right? 0 to 7, 7 to 14 are learning points. Like I'll tell you, 0 to 7, somehow my kids are very sharp now. At this age, they learn, they know, and I don't know my 0 to 7. Yeah, maybe pictures can maybe bring back a memory, but I'm blank. One scarring happened is I was pulled back on the 7th grade due to math. That took me a long time to recover from because it breaks your confidence.
Correct.
Right? Suddenly you have a bunch of friends that you're with every day, lunch, this, that, playing around, and then they've moved to the next class and you've been withheld. For a few months, I was tagging along with them. And then I realized my study is separate. My homework is separate. My PE class is separate. So it kind of, it was a painful process, which of course is like one visa stamp, right?
Yeah.
It's there. You journey through it. Of course, it's all gone. We've recovered from it. But these are all pivotal points. So that's kind of set in that I didn't know whether I'd be good at studies, whether, it broke me as a person for a while. So these are very pivotal points that are there. The same thing happened when I went for my post-schooling, right? So for my undergrad, I learned something a lot more. When I went to Sri Lanka, it was not your typical college scene there. It was carpeted syndicate rooms, glass cubicles, air conditioning, which I never thought you would get. So these are very pivotal, important points. Phases in life that really mold you as a person.
So the point is, things are not working at home, though it was a business family and you wanted to become a businessman.
Yeah.
Then you went to college. Then you had 2 friends from Sri Lanka said, can you help us set up this?
Yeah.
See, the reason I'm sharing this is because even if you take my life, not many people know that my grandfather was a film producer.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So made lots of money, blah, 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 blah. My father was only son, very pampered, never went to work, lost his father very early and went on with his life, got married, but never took his career seriously. So by the time I was 2nd standard, 3rd standard, we didn't have money. Yeah. My father had a paralytic stroke when I was in my 6th grade. So we always seen poverty. So, but I knew my grandfather was pretty rich. My father was born with a silver spoon, blah, 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 blah. But deep down, I wanted to take my family to its roots and show to the world that we are pretty good. So that was the programming in my head when I was growing up. Yeah, there was scarcity, nothing was there. Yeah. But deep down, I want to prove to my relatives saying that, no man, come on, we can do it, right? Yeah. Same thing. When things don't work at your home, for whatever reason, not your reason, father, whatever, right? Yeah. Mismanaged, blah. But deep down, you want to prove to yourself also, right? Come on, man, I can do it. So is there any impact of what happened in your past? Is the reason why you're doing what you're doing? Any connection there? Maybe you didn't think about it. I'm just asking.
No, maybe. I don't know. Because like I said, from my granddad, from my dad's time, they were all very, very entrepreneurial. They really thought out of the box, with the clothing, from our roots, from where we are. And like I said, it's just, I don't know why it was very unfortunate I didn't really stay on. But with this whole phase that you go through, you realize that everything is for the greater good, right?
Correct.
For you to be who you are today is that you had to go through that moment that you went through, with your father and everyone, is how it's molded you. And I realize that now at 43. Back then I was like, why, what did we do wrong? But you realize that now. So it's like this whole movie, it's there in my mind, but it's just that I don't know the treasure points, but I think the learning has been phenomenal. It humbles you. Right. I was okay going and looking for a job And I never had it that, hey, I had this business, I should have been here. It has maybe at some point, crossed your mind that, you could have been in that position, but you're not there. But we've passed all of that.
Yeah.
And I think the molding that I got through business, through studying the way I did, even a job that I had to go on and, start at 5,000 rupees, where I never realized 5,000 rupees would be like, a learning point, a crucial point in my life. But it was.
Yeah.
And it does mold you.
I agree. Because when you look back, you can connect the dots now. As you rightly said, I always thank God for putting me through what I went through, or else I would not become the person I'm right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So people ask me, do you want anything to change? I said, nothing to change.
Nothing to change.
I want it to happen exactly the way it happened.
Yeah.
I lost my father when I was 18. We had 24 lakhs as loans, but that shaped me.
Yeah.
So gratitude to whatever has happened. Yeah. Now to the question. Two friends asked you to tell me what happened after that.
I tell you, the story is it's very strange. Why my shift from business process reengineering happened is that I was getting bored. I was not enjoying. I'm not the SOP guy. Neither am I a strategist that I could sit in a boardroom and take decisions, right? And when they asked me, can you help scout? And it was interesting. You go to Bombay, Delhi, you're looking at brands, you're from the industry. And there was one thought where I said, I sort of saw a route, an exit out, where they said, okay, maybe if you get the brand in, you run the arm here, or you be like, it was only a warehouse.
Okay.
Maybe you can help us, ship the goods out or whatever, right? Chennai becomes a port. And we met one Mr. Akbar Shapurwala. That's my first entry to sartorial tailoring, bespoke fashion. Mr. Akbar Shapurwala runs the brand called Gabbana, based out of Bombay. Unfortunately, he's no more. The brand also has taken a change after his demise. But very ahead of his time. You see him, he looks European, he speaks a little fluent Italian, he throws in a few words. Suddenly you're this aura like, wow, this guy is amazing. He looks good. He dresses well. He speaks a little Italian.
Okay, I can see him through you. That's exactly how you're right now. Do you know that?
So I'm telling you, you learn a lot, right? He used to smoke a lot. I don't.
Okay.
But he always has that. And it had an aura, that Marlboro lights. Somehow I remember he was the only one who smoked in my store. I've never, it's obviously, it's an offense. But he was the only one who would light and you would not say anything because it was him, part of him. But that aura he carried. And Surreal, I think I've been a visual learner through this journey. Right? Everything is like a etched memory, like a picture. And Akbar Bhai was that one visual learning that I had, that always stay well dressed, that command was that the moment you enter, that he had that, maybe be it perfume, be it his style, but that clothing sense really stayed in me. So we were very fortunate to find him. And we said, listen, we want to take the franchise to Sri Lanka. And that's why in 2005, we signed up. That's the year I was slowly exiting out of process engineering because I was helping these guys set up Sri Lanka.
How old were you?
I was 23.
23.
Okay. And it started off as, okay, you set up the company buys the clothes from Bombay or basically gets it to Chennai. Chennai re-exports it to Sri Lanka. It was not a very sustainable model because the cost of getting it to Sri Lanka and then the price point, Sri Lankan currency was is weaker. So the costs are very high. So we said, okay, let's not have a warehouse. Let's set up a shop. Yeah. Instead of it just staying in a warehouse for a period, let it also be in a counter if it's selling good and we'll ship the goods. So we opened 2006. We opened Gabbana Life. Now, I was telling you the last time when you've come to the store before, people ask me why Gabbana.
Yeah.
People also made pun at it saying, was Dolce too sweet? So as I said, I always was, I didn't want an Italian name, but of course that was a brand we were working with. So I told Akbar Bhai that let's add something to it. I'm not happy. Just Gabbana doesn't work for me. And Chennai is a smaller format. So I don't want it to be like people think like you have opened. It's through us. It's a smaller format, right? Not your main flagship, but a smaller store. So we've added the dot life.
Okay.
So everything revolves around that purple dot and life, Gabbana Life. It's the way of Akbar Shapurwala, you know, and we just got his clothes. That was our first foray into fashion. But the downside there was 2007, 7 we opened, 9 the world goes through financial crisis. We were anyway very expensive in terms of shirts back then. People didn't understand why I need to spend so much. We were off the rack. One fit doesn't fit everyone. So the immediate limitation there. And only if someone who's traveled, who understands the brand, because Chennai has been an export hub, right? So you get stuff at a surplus store or cheaper access to clothes than going to a store on Khadr Nawaz Khan Road and buying it. So it never did well. So 2 years into that, we kind of disconnected. My reason to start was also one theory that someone told me, OPM, which I remember very clearly, other people's money. I said, what is OPM? He says, what's wrong with you? Someone else is investing. You're sitting, you're running the show. Enjoy it. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. I don't have to put a single rupee. But the flip side is you put a lot more than that, right? They said, you take sweat equity, 30%. I said, okay, sounds great. I'll quit my job. I'm anyway only earning 15,000 then. Doesn't make much of a difference. Let me start. For the longest time, I took a smaller salary in the business because you're the business owner.
Correct.
You need to sacrifice more. The rent has to be paid. The salary has to be paid. So Akbar Shapurwala was my first mentor. Okay, I mean, or rather, my second mentor. My first has been always my father, my grandfather, through who I never got to see. But my father, because the way of the whole business aspect, aspiration, I want to do it. And he was always occupied with that, you know, because to hold the fort. So I wanted to prove to him that I want to get into the line. Akbar Shapurwala was the next pivotal point where dressing well, flamboyance, flair, character is very important.
Yeah. Because I remember you said somewhere that the way you dress up is your expression of your character.
Yes.
Can you explain that? Because I feel Akbar really made an impact on you.
No, he's very clean, very elegant. Like you stereotype, right? There are archetypes in people or in a business. You're a romantic, you're a lover, you're a a rock star. So when you say gothic clothing, everyone goes black lipstick. It feels very dark. I somehow stayed away from black. You know, we're both doing blue today. I feel it embodies a lot more with the clothes you wear. And that's the first introduction, right? Again, I realize now, like connecting the dots, my confidence was shattered. 7th grade. What brought back was the clothing. For the longest time, 7 years into my business, I dressed weak. I wore ill-fitting trousers, shirt was loose, not tucked in, my hair was a mess. But I thought, okay, I'm good. When I look back now, I think I was my worst case example, right? When someone walks in, I said, you need to come and, sit down, invest in yourself. So it was again a learning. Because I realized my wedding suit was my worst.
Okay.
So I tell my clients that, listen, don't worry, I'll take care of you because I have first-hand experience of having a bad suit at your wedding, And I've not told this to many people, but in my head, it was the worst suit. And I don't want someone feeling that again. It should not be there. You need to be the best. People know it's your wedding.
Correct.
It's printed in the card. Subconsciously, they know it's you. They're waiting to see you. That one moment should be like, wow, man, he looks good. Or they look great. And the picture, so even when I'll come to weddings again. So even when people come to me, they say, I ask them what the bride is wearing. Right. And they say, why? I don't want to match. I don't want to, I said, no, you're complementing each other. It's important to know what, the person is wearing next to you and what you should be wearing so that at one moment you looked at that one picture frame together, right? Correct. It's complete because you see them as one frame.
Correct.
And then they realize, okay, it makes sense. Then they say background. I say, it doesn't matter. People know it's you. If I'm coming to meet a Surreal, I have Surreal in my mind.
Correct.
So when I come, I'm just seeing Surreal. So you don't have to, irrespective of the background and what you wear, it's just to make sure you are at your finest, So again, one more lesson, in business where, like I said, I learned it the hard way in terms of, it's important. And what built me a lot of confidence again is the way I carried myself.
Yeah.
Through Miss Akbar, through many people that I've met, that, your first introduction is as you walk in. It's people, people say don't be judgy. It's not being judgy, but you build, your first impression is that without
Correct.
saying hi,
Yeah.
without you saying a word, your image speaks. We always said it speaks volumes of you, right? Moment you enter I've seen that, and people go like,
Yeah, that
I like
people
that.
get
And
known when they walk into your studio now.
So-
Any day, if people see you, not many people know. If you go and see him, he's more a model now than what he does.
No.
I don't know how many brands you're model now.
a few brands that I've always loved, I've always given myself to the brand, literally.
Yeah. So sometimes people mistake Osman as a model. Okay, by the way, that's one of the things you do. But what you rightly said, Osman, I truly believe, like first time I met you, I think I met you in 2015, 16 when we came for a jacket.
Yeah.
I still remember the impression because when we came into your studio to talk to you, the first thing I realized is this man is not selling himself. Like he said, what do you want? Okay, this is occasion. Okay, how do you want it? First thing you said is 30 days minimum. I can't promise anything before that. And I loved it. If it's less than 30 days, I can't do it. I want to tell you right away. That's the first. It's like, wow, man, this man says straight no to business. That has never happened before. And then the way you did the styling for each of us was brilliant. And from that day, all my jackets are from you.
Yeah.
You kind of know me by now. When we walk into your studio, you exactly ask me, what is the occasion, evening, what are the kind of people in the room, and how do you want to carry it off? And I can't carry certain thing off. And you straight away say, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Make life very easy.
Yeah.
So for me, my impression of the work you do is you kind of understand the human being. You kind of know his personality. You also know what is the outcome he wants and accordingly style it. That's the reason you're able to do all these wide range of celebrities.
Yeah.
And tell me this, okay, let's take Rajinikanth, superstar, right? The work you did with him. Can you share that with us?
We've only done, for the longest time I wanted to work with him because, you need to think of the industry. You're in Chennai, you're in Madras. And has been the hub, of cinema. And throughout, everyone says, I've done this, that's sir. Rajini sir has always been one of the dream. You have a list. I have a list.
Yeah.
And I attained that. It's a quiet list, right? So I attained that. It's like a benchmark for me. And Jailer came through. I can speak about it now because the movie is done.
Movie's out.
Yeah.
500 crore plus.
Yeah, amazing.
Super blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had one suit.
Okay.
One, that last scene where he had only a suit in that. And they said the narrative was that we need a 3-piece suit. So I said, okay, done. We'll get it done. Because back in the day, the actors, what they wore was the right principle of dressing. The right length, high-waisted trousers, the flare. There's a certain science to dressing that we don't follow.
Can you break it down for a common man like me? Okay. Because you have a rule of 3, what to do in the 4th, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Can you just, before you tell what happened with Superstar Jailer, can you break it down first?
So
how is a jacket need to be worn? What is the rule of?
For Superstar, it was a simple 1/3, 2/3, right? 1/3 of your torso is what the shirt is. 2/3 is your bottom half. Okay. So you look taller. You look leaner. And then when the jacket comes on, I immerse that. It's something that I've done. It's like my own mix, right? Where the jacket has to be a little longer because then the rule of thumb applies. Because some people have longer arms, some people have shorter arms.
Correct.
So if you wear a short jacket with longer arms, you look elongated, but at the same time, if you wear a longer jacket and shorter arms, it again is disproportionate, right?
Correct.
Suddenly you feel something is off.
Correct.
That first look is, okay, wow. Automatically your mind, if the puzzle is there, you appreciate it.
Correct.
If it's all haphazard, you'll be like, something is off, right? So we basically just implied, I said, listen, we need to wear the jacket a little longer. Back to what Sir used to wear. And a little more relaxed, maybe, So we had one fitting with him. I still remember I went with my master, with the cutter there just to do a fitting. And I was standing at his door. I mean,
It happened in his place? Home?
At his home.
Okay.
At his home. And you go through the whole wait to go in. Rajini sir, Pakano, leave your shoes out, wait. I didn't know how to enter. And then suddenly he's his usual self, very, very, very comfortable at home.
Yeah.
In his kurta, in his jubba that he likes. And he says, who are you? So I said, sir, I'd love to use the word tailor. You know, you can't say stylist and, menswear expert. So I'm your tailor. He's like, tailor? Come here. He's a smart boy, you are. You look nice. You look like an actor. What are you saying? I said, no, sir. This is about the clothing, So what impressed him is the way I was presenting myself at the door. And he says, really, Ninga? Then he immediately calls me, you take measurements also? I said, yeah, I do. We do everything. You can make a kurta? I said, yes. We do everything for men. He said, wow. I really, he was amazed. And he was so humble, so sweet, What I like is when people really appreciate and tell you in their way, like, I like you, you're an interesting person. That is character building that I've always tell people, right? And that clothing does to you.
Correct.
It's like your sick handwriting.
Correct.
The moment you realize, you're like, wow, nice handwriting.
Yeah.
The clothing is that first
It's
impact.
your unique you, right?
It's you. And I remember that moment. It was amazing for me to have met him. Not everyone I get to meet.
Yeah.
Such a humble person. And I'm sure he's worked with everybody in the industry from Bombay, Delhi, South. But that was my nice moment to see him, and where he really appreciated.
The jacket was brilliant, what you wore in Jailer, and kudos to you. And as you rightly said, the man is so humble. For me, he's a superstar, not because of the movies he's done, for the person he is.
Yes.
For the humble, simple person he is. Yeah. We stay in the same locality. Sometimes I bump into him when we're walking.
Okay.
He walks at 6:30. Okay, guys, not every day he walks. No disclaimer, but 6:30 when he's there, he says a good morning and walks. That's it.
No, he was
as
amazing.
Simple as that. Amazing guy. Okay, now let's go to the other one, who's my personal favorite, Kamal Haasan. Tell me your experience of working with him. The man is well dressed. Yeah. Always. Off late, I've been watching like the last 5 to 10 years now. He's got an airport look. He's got a look for award functions. Yeah. He's got a look for talk shows. I think he's got a look for everything.
Yeah.
Can you dissect it for us?
He's built, like you said, he's built a brand himself now.
Yeah.
Okay. He has a brand by himself. And like you rightly said, I put down notes, right? When someone says, when I'm traveling, okay, I say, okay, an airport look should be easy dressing.
Correct.
An award or ceremony should be a little bit more elevated. So the focus is everyday fashion. And what Sir also happened to meet, I've only done Big Boss the first season, where what we did was reviving old school. Again, like I said, I'm a old school guy, right? So like Rajini sir, Kamal sir also back in the day, their clothing was impeccable.
Correct.
We all had to do is just kind of reinitiate that whole aspect, which is what triggered that whole high-waisted. He was one of the first to wear high-waisted Gurkhas I used to wear it. They have always worn it. Looking at them, I started wearing it. And they said, let's do that again. And you're like, yeah, let's try it. And today he's only on high-waisted trousers. So the whole idea with Kamal sir was a revival at Big Boss. We did the revival of the old school.
Can you just say who should wear a high waist and what are the science behind it?
I think when I say high waist, everyone should be wearing high-waisted trousers, because the natural waist is your navel.
Okay.
Right? Because of the fashion that is available, fast fashion, whatever it may be, one size can never fit all of us.
Correct.
Right? But in the business, you need to make that one fit that fits at least 3 body types. So you drop the crotch down.
Okay.
You lower the waistline. So then, 2-3 body types, 2-3 waist sizes can wear.
Because this is more for convenience for retail players.
More for selling.
Okay.
Yeah. So your trousers should fit you as long as it can. But it should be made for you. So natural waistline is your navel. Okay. That's the slimmest waistline. Even for men, we follow the hourglass concept, right? That's another thing I follow. Broader shoulder, slimmer waistline, fuller flare on the seat, right? That natural shape is beautiful to see, right? People usually refer to it as a silhouette that women should follow. I said it's general body type, right? If you have smaller shoulders like me, you build on your shoulder. If you have a fuller seat, you again build on the shoulder to accommodate the fullness of your seat. So there's certain aspects that you feel. If you have a fuller stomach, you wear it higher so you look flatter. You're taking away attention from the fullness, right? So a natural waist is important. It elongates your leg. We're not very tall men in India. So you look taller. You look leaner because you look taller. So all those aspects are very important. So I tell everyone should go. I've been I think the pandemic was when I actually adopted high-waisted. I just said, go all out.
That's the norm.
That was what happened. The pivotal point again where 2020, where during the pandemic, you hardly have any business, you're shut, you're putting up content and started wearing high-waisted. We've been called grandfather trousers. People have laughed at it, but now the whole community is wearing it.
Correct.
Everyone you see is doing high-waisted, old world, revival, old money, but that was what the trend was back then. You see Mr. Bachchan.
Yep.
You see Kamal sir, you see Shivaji Tata, all very well dressed. MGR sir, very well dressed men from their tuxedos and all that. And the rule was high waisted.
Okay.
So
high waist should be the
1/3, 2/3.
Okay. So your logic is 1/3 here, 2/3.
Yeah.
Then for the jacket. Okay, just give us for a jacket.
Yeah.
For all sizes, like for somebody who's rounded like me.
Yeah.
What kind of jacket should I wear? What should be my length? Just give us a little.
The rule of thumb.
Okay.
Simple as that. Because like I said, I have longer arms. Right? So if I do a shorter jacket, my arms look bigger, fuller. So it looks disproportionate. So I need to balance that length. So the rule of thumb is what I follow. There's a certain aspect that I like, the ratio I like. Golden ratio that they say, right? But the rule of thumb, your jacket length should be not as long as your thumb, but somewhere from the knuckle to the thumb. Whatever you like.
Okay, what is comfortable?
Your preference.
Okay,
what you feel. It's visually appealing, but that's the norm you should follow. Because anything shorter, again, I feel crop. Okay, yeah, there are crop jackets. An aviator jacket, I agree. A shorter jacket. But a crop jacket off the rack, no. Unless it's sold as a crop jacket, it cannot be short. Because there I feel, for me in my head, okay, it's fabric, it's saving fabric consumption. Again, for a large scale brand, cutting that little bit maybe is a saving.
Makes a difference, yeah, for them.
Or maybe it's an easier sell. Who's going to explain to this guy that he has to wear it longer? You just wear it like this, So I feel it's all convenience. But when you're coming to the store, we have time. We drink coffee. We discuss. While we're doing that, I'm understanding your comfort. You're understanding me a little bit more. And then automatically people, my tailors know, my team knows. Sir likes it like this only. So, but they are not able to convince the client. So I have to step into that fitting room and say, no, you know what, it looks great. This is what it is. See my jacket. And they immediately they're okay with it. It's just that how it's pitched to you. So 1/3, 2/3, always follow. I inverse the jacket. I go 2/3 or just short of 2/3 for the jacket, because again, I want to show my torso, my shoulders, my lapel. The reason I'm very small shoulders. Okay. I'll tell you, when I'm talking to people, I dissect myself, I have a bigger face, right? My dad's taller. I should have been maybe technically a few inches more taller for my body type, right? I have a longer torso, shorter legs. How do you work with them? And these are all assessments I've done on myself. So smaller shoulder, I built my shoulder up by slightly bigger shoulders, softer shoulder, but at the same time, not like very puffy, bigger lapel. So then your chest looks fuller. Longer jacket length, so your torso looks elongated. So you look leaner, you're looking taller automatically. The command is there. So that's
all the mix matches make a difference.
Yes.
So that's how you play around.
Yes.
And so everyone needs to know their body type, who they are, and if they can get it. So it's the same thing they have to replicate again.
It's very simple. Yeah. It's very simple. You just understand. It's that mix, right? You just understand what works for you, and then you got it. So every time someone comes, we introduce them, because I don't want him coming to me you can indulge anywhere you want. You like me, you come. I like a barber, I'll go to him only because he's understood me completely, right?
Correct.
It's the same principle. And that's how even the appointment process we put up, right? Because we go to a barber, a doctor, a lawyer by appointment.
Correct.
Sometimes we have to wait for them. And retail was just walking, I'm here. I said, no, I'm not ready for you. So I'm preparing myself. Although it was taken with a lot of backlash. Now the system runs on appointments.
Yep.
The whole industry runs on appointments because we need to understand you. Simple science, simple techniques. The Surreal guide has these few. There's one more rule that I really love, is the 80-20 rule, right? And it's across. And these are actually, they've been there, but honestly, okay, I'll tell you the 60-30-10.
Okay. So you have 80-20, now 60-30-10.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go 60-30-10.
60-30-10. It's a design principle.
Okay.
Where they show the advertisement where your primary color is 60%, 30% is your secondary color, and 10% is that little aspect. This is a design rule principle of designing a logo or a brand book or whatever it may be, right?
Correct.
Or a room.
Correct.
Where 60% I see is the green, your 30% is the browns,
Yeah.
and the other books are the 10%.
Correct.
So we've figured this room up in 60, 30, 10.
Yep.
The same with clothing. Today I'm doing all blue, of course, but if you see 60% of my color, ignore the shirt, is the blue. 30% will be my shirt, maybe a white, maybe a black, maybe red. I can wear anything with this, even yellow, orange. And 10% is that little pop element, the pocket square.
Yeah.
That's hidden right now. So the pocket square is your 10%. Your watch could be your 10%. The socks that you wear could be your 10%. So 60, 30, 10 I follow. I think it's the easiest way to get dressed.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about it. Make sure that 60% is one dominant color, your primary color. Your secondary color could be the 30% or your shirt. Simple as that. Or we turn it around. Maybe I could do blue and a white trouser. So again, I got 60 and 10, 30.
30. Okay.
And 10 is your
Pocket square.
pocket square.
Okay.
So the design principle that we kind of just started, I had to make content. I mean, and we put it up, that's how I remember 60, 30, 10 being. The fourth element is something again that we ended up.
So this is basically a rule of three, basically. 60, 30, 10 is your rule of three.
You can apply to that. Rule of three is separate.
Okay.
Rule of three is again, 3 tops, 3 bottoms, 3 shoes.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 3, 3, 9. 9 in 3 ways is 27 ways. Technically, if you have...
So you can really mix match.
You can mix.
Can you again break it down for us so that all of laymen like us can understand once for all? How does it work?
So we'll never wear 27 ways. I'm not trying to sell you, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to try telling a customer or anyone saying that, listen, just buy 3 items and you're good.
Which means 3 jackets, 3 different shirts, 3 different trousers.
No, 3 tops.
3 tops. Okay.
Yeah, build the body as that.
Okay.
So it could be 1 jacket, 2 shirts.
Okay.
I've broken down that 3 bottoms.
Okay.
So basically, I have a dark blue. So I'm wearing, my trouser is the same blue.
Okay.
So it's a full suit.
Okay.
I could do a denim, like what I'm doing. Number 2 bottom. And number 3 would be a chino white trouser for a yachting look. Right? So we have 3 bottoms.
Okay.
3 tops are 1 jacket, 2 shirts. I've done a blue.
Correct.
Maybe I'll do a polo.
Polo.
Right? So I've got a polo in. 3 footwear, 3 shoes.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a sneaker. You have a casual airport look, like a Tom's or a Espadrille flat, and then dress shoes.
So basically what you're saying is, let's say I have a jacket and a shirt and a denim. When I change the shoes, I can change the place where I'm wearing it to.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah,
Right? Just by changing the shoes.
Your look has changed from white sneakers to a burgundy shoe.
Okay.
You're refining yourself, or you're dressing down, dressing up.
Okay, got it.
So 333, and that's how I start with clients, saying that you should be open to investing in yourself.
Correct.
Right? My label is inside. Only if you choose to use my name, you will.
Yeah.
Hey, my guy is Osman. Someone said me like, never reveal your tailor. I said, don't tell that to people because then, people will not know. In a pun, in a joking way, but you will only use my name when you want to.
Correct.
That is quite luxury.
Correct.
I know the guy, or you publish it, or you put it up, right?
Yeah.
So simple rule. And if you're willing to invest in yourself, I think people tell me, Osman, wow, I love the jacket. I said, that's you, because you invest in the right fabric. It made it easy. The suit look amazing. Again, you invested in that, right? You chose I helped you with the fabric, but you were prepared to, take that step on spending or investing towards a feel look. The feel good factor comes back.
I agree.
And
let me ask you this question. Now that you're talking about all these ways we can really work around, you also worked with Ranveer Singh. Yeah. The man is way too bold, according to me.
Yes.
Only he can pull off what he can do.
Yes.
Can you tell me how that works? Because I don't think anyone can pull it the way Ranveer pulls it.
Ranveer is amazing. The way that aura, and I feel if he wears although we did something very, not him, very subdued, because I said, no, I can't do a look for Ranveer Singh because his flamboyance is, wow, it's amazing. I mean, you need to have a lot of heart and confidence to carry something like that.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Because initially, I'm sure
it
works on him because when he's coming normally dressed, people are like, what's happened to you?
Yeah, exactly. Today's brand statement is if he comes in a normal dress, people say something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong with you. So like he's created that persona that, I have to be in there. The room has to know that Ranveer is here, you know. Same with his look, the way he's laughing, he's talking, you know, he's that center of attention. So when they came to us through his stylist, I said, listen, Ranveer Singh, it was a watch event. They were launching the watch. I said, what is the color of the watch? It's green. I said, perfect. Let's do a green suit. I said, but no, Ranveer, we were thinking of something flashy. I said, no, a nice green suit because the dominance is the watch.
Correct.
He is advocating for the watch. So let him come. Of course, his vocal self will be there. But let him come suited in green. Nice shirt, nice tie, very clean, very, very classy. Perfect for the watch brand that he's working for. And then let him sport the watch. And they loved it. They loved the narrative. Because then again, that's the way I could underplay dressing and not go.
I don't think knowing you could have done anything.
I can't.
Normally Ranveer would love to wear.
I appreciate what he does. I love but it's not me.
Yeah.
Right. So, I would have each one likes a certain kind of, I like coffee, you like tea.
Yeah.
Now, I can't impose that on you.
Correct.
At the same time, I will not have that, right? So, but it played out well. They loved it. They did another look. So we said, let's do something else. I said, let's do mint. You know, they also like that. So I've been fortunate to work with different people where we've styled them differently, where they've taken our input. That's the key.
Yeah.
Because I need to be comfortable in what I'm doing for you.
Yeah.
If I'm happy, I make sure everything, not that, it should start with me saying, yes, I love the look, right? Many a times clients come and say, hey, can we do this? I said, it's not good. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's not good. Where are you wearing it? Why? I kind of drill that question saying then, and then realize, maybe let's go a little bit more softer.
Yeah. One more question for you, right? You worked across generations. For example, you worked with Anil Kapoor.
Yeah.
You also worked with Arjun Kapoor.
Yeah.
Correct? How does that work? Because it's completely two different generations. The way they want to be styled is different. The way they want to be looked upon is different. How does that work? Tell me about Anil Kapoor first. Then tell me Arjun Kapoor.
No, starting off, I think we've been very fortunate as a brand to have these two generations, right? We've seen Anil sir, again, I've loved his movies from Ram Lakhan and all that. Always wanted to work with him. So again, through the styling fraternity question, I mean, all actors have seen our stuff, Like I said, through social media, which we have to talk about also. Yep. You are out there.
Yep.
So people know, hey, this guy is a little different. Reach out to him or try him out. Let's try him out.
Yeah.
So it comes through his team, of course. And Anil sir's brief was very classic. Very classic suit. I want to try a double-breasted, some denim. And we did that for him. Again, he tries a lot. He experiments a lot because for him, it's embodying like Pierce Brosnan, like a character, right? He can be from even his shows that he's done recently, the Netflix show, what is that? The Night Manager.
Yeah.
Again, his persona was different. So he wore that as a character, right? So it's easier for them. So he was very classic clothing. Whereas Arjun is from the younger generation. His was, I don't want to do a classic suit. So I want to do something different. But he's doing a lot of bombers, jackets, a lot of leather, which again, I don't do. So, but we did like a broken set, a separate look for him. I did denim for him so that Arjun does a lot of denim trousers, right? He does a lot of fitted denim. So we did a loose structured denim for him, a nice shirt and a jacket. But the tailoring was key. We did soft tailoring. Arjun, Anil sir is a smaller frame. So again, I had to build like me because the command is here.
Yeah.
This area is your command, right? So we had to make sure that the lapels are wider and stuff. And the same for Arjun as well, because Arjun is, he's very broad. He's muscular.
Correct.
So I had to make sure if I give him a smaller lapel, he'll look bigger. So we had to balance that off.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, soft shoulder, because you don't want someone looking like this too big, right? So, tailoring wise, it was my classic jacket, trouser. We did high waist for Arjun. But softer tailoring, broader lapels. It's the same for me. It's body types that I'm seeing, literally.
Okay. What is this Madras jacket, which you're very famous for?
The Madras ensemble. Yeah. The Madras jacket was, again, I actually never traveled till the age of 32. I got married. Yeah, I got married.
Serious?
I got
Because
married.
when I open your Instagram, I only see you somewhere in Milan, somewhere in Florence. I think Europe is your go-to.
I love Florence.
Yeah.
I love
my favorite. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm telling of all the places I've traveled, there's something very charming about that place. I don't know what. Very charming.
I have deliberately tried to stay away, but then you actually miss the place. The FOMO kicks in. But I've gone only during the fairs. So for me, the eye candy is everyone coming in. The different, the fraternity coming in, the different tailors, the different brands, people that you looked up to, you get to see them in person, and that's amazing. And again, very humbling because they see you well put together and they'll be like, hey, what do you do? I said, he spoke to me, that kind of a moment I've had. And it's again because the way they've seen you, hey, this guy knows his stuff.
Correct.
Right? So for me, it's a sign of acceptance that, okay, what I'm doing is right. And I'm also learning visually there, right? But what I was saying is I've never traveled.
Till 32.
Yeah, 28. When I got married to Mariam, I was 28. I think she was 24. That's the first time. No, we traveled post-wedding, but I've never really gone out. Europe, I've never seen. It was only at the age of 32, she and I and our daughter, 6 months old, we went to Switzerland for the first time. I was always one of those that thought my balance sheet was not very strong enough. Visa, they'll reject my visa. So I never applied for 4 years thinking that I'll wait for that moment.
Oh boy.
And then, but traveling opened my perspective. I'm like, wow, there's so much to learn, and subconsciously you're, I wouldn't say analyzing, but you're watching different body types and how each one is, clothing or dressing themselves. So for me, travel was a big learning curve. And every time I went, I saw in Naples the Napoli jacket, in Milan the Milanese jacket, in Florence the Florentine jacket. I said, wait, what is the difference between all of them? So I started. The Japanese have something called a ring jacket, which is very to the techniques they use. So I said, everyone has a house style.
Correct.
Every city has a name, at least abroad. The London jacket in London, the Paris jacket, you have the French cut. So I said, there has to be something here that we need, we're tropical climate, hot. Half the time people don't want to wear a jacket. They're like, why you're giving me a jacket? It's so hot. I said, no, it's not hot. If it's a natural fiber, it's going to breathe, right? You're going to sweat, perspire, even if you're in a t-shirt. If it's hot, it's hot. You can't change that, right? So we said, let's do a research because I don't want to sell a Napoli jacket in Chennai. I don't want to sell a Florentine or a Milanese. So the Madras ensemble is, again, something we worked on the drawing board saying, let's bring the ideal Madras jacket because home is Madras. And it sounded better than Chennai jacket, So Madras is bringing it back. The roots were British because we were named by them.
Yeah.
So I said, let's bring in some cut, and the philosophy of what I do is English structural design, like a home or architectural drawing. You have structure, and then you're cladding it, and you're doing the interiors, right?
Correct.
So the Italians know how to do the interiors. The flamboyance, a little flair, sprezzatura is the word that they use. Effortless. Because use Akbar was that. My first access to sprezzatura was Akbar Shapurwala. Pocket square, not very neat, just there. It looked good on him, right? His hair always a little wavy, his smoking. But there's so much character in that person, effortless. That was my access, my first introduction. I didn't know the term then, only till I went. So back to our jacket, was the jacket, Madras Ensemble is an inspiration of my access to different forms of tailoring. But we are a fishing village, Madrasi Pattinam.
Correct.
Right? So the roots for that. Then maybe, industrial revolution, colonize, however you want to call it as. The British came in. We started weaving fabric. Lungi was our biggest, the Madras checks.
Yep.
And then so everything is kind of stitching on together. And bleeding Madras, we have an art piece that I'll show you at the store, which we got commissioned at Maison, which is the fisheries, the boats bleeding in the water and form a formation of checks.
Oh.
So how the fishery, a fishing village went into weaving and Madras checks became world dominant,
Yep.
right? Everyone talks about the bleeding Madras.
Correct.
Guaranteed to bleed.
Correct.
So we have a spin-off of that also at the store. But the Madras jacket was the fisheries. So I have a fish mouth. This is a peak lapel, if you guys can see. The fish mouth was the notch. So we gave it like a actual fish opening its mouth, right?
Oh.
So the fish mouth lapel. The boats that we use are basic, either from the catamaran or simple wood base, colorful. So our boat pocket, which again the Italians do, barchetta they call it, the boat pocket. So we did the Masula boat, which is the Indian Tamil South boat, right? The Masula boat pocket here. Then the fishing baskets, the tokri. So our patch pockets. I'm not wearing that today. So the jacket was dominantly fish mouth lapel, Masula boat, the tokri, the fishing baskets, and the reeling in of the nets.
Wow.
So my shoulders have a little bit of pucker. Not this one again. The Madras. I should have actually worn the Madras today. But it has a little bit of that pull, which people think something is wrong. I said, no, that's deliberately done. That's the reeling in of the net. So it kind of gets creased up, right? Okay. And the whole concept of a catamaran, right? Just logs tied together. So the structure of the jacket is very light. Not just bunch of fabric tied together.
Wow.
So that was
so that was your signature piece.
That's a Madras ensemble, which I love to put it on people. And high-waisted, again, the industry. So the jacket is the Madras jacket from the fisheries. The trouser was, I said, okay, it's old school. We now doing a little bit of flair. So that was a revival look, reviving the old Madras feel, right? So that's the Madras ensemble.
Brilliant, brilliant. That's a big story behind Madras jacket. No, I had no clue about it. Quick question here.
Yes.
Okay. You travel across the world. You get to see celebrities. You get to see a lot of people. One fashion sense, which is so crazy now, but you don't like.
I don't know about this whole oversize is a nice vibe, but to a certain extent, right? Suddenly they go trousers dropping.
Tell me about the trousers dropping.
At the crotch point. I said,
can you please tell me? Because something I can't even understand why.
No, with all due respect, like a Justin Bieber can wear it. It's great. Boxers showing, dropping, but I don't think it's, I would never wear it. So I don't know how I would show myself out there, half boxers showing. I mean, it's a nice trend. I get it. Maybe on stage, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that. It's nice. But flaunting in the streets, that's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
When people say fashion, style is very broad, yes, it is. Each person is unique.
Yeah.
But there's a certain line, there's a certain principle, there's a certain rule that you should, follow. Don't be rigid. Like the army rule. At the same time, don't be like do whatever, right? So there has to be a line drawn. I don't know how to term it exactly, but yes, there's certain stuff that I don't like that I don't talk about it as much.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm actually telling you, but I just keep it aside. It's not me.
Yeah.
I don't touch it. So, we've never got requests like that.
Yeah.
But I would never.
Nobody's going to come and ask you.
They know. Yeah. They'll be like, it's the door for you quietly, But yeah, it's that really oversized, not even cut, just a drape. Yes, I appreciate that style. I mean, it's nice for a showcase, but on the streets when people are there, no.
Yeah. Now tell me this. Okay, one color which men overdo it, and one color which people should try. You have no clue why they don't do it. What are the two colors?
One color, I think blue is the safest color.
Yeah, all of us overdo it. My major wardrobe is blue.
But thankfully, it's blue and not black.
Okay.
Because I know people who from day to night I go black.
I also do black. Okay.
But wearing all black for a day event is a little too harsh.
Yeah.
I tell people, you're not the Undertaker. You're not.
Basically talking about us. Okay.
I'm just saying, you're not. Usually you're not an FBI agent.
Correct.
Men in black, MIB. Black glasses, black suit. See, there's
okay,
a
now you
certain
sold
stereotype.
it. We have to change our event look. Okay. Yeah, good.
I mean, you can do a red carpet black.
Okay.
Yeah, but then that's only a specific rule. Bow tie, black tie event, right? So they're telling you come black tie that day.
Yeah, that's different.
Otherwise it's smart casual, formal, be yourself. There are so many ways of saying it. But I'm glad.
Blue is the majority. Which,
Yes. So
what is one color which people should test?
I think there are a lot of lavender, purple, burgundy. mustard, olive. There are so many colors that men
All these are
usually-
jackets or shirts? What would you suggest?
Anything.
Anything.
T-shirts are great. I would love it I do a monotone suit. Now, pink suit. My Instagram, my WhatsApp display picture is still an all pink. I've kept it because so many people have asked me for that suit. Wow. Imagine someone asking, I want a pink suit. Now, when I say pink suit, you can think of, your mind can go wild.
Correct.
You know, it could be a Ranveer Singh. It could be, see, he comes up with that. That's the persona he's built, which is amazing. It could be a Jay-Z who's done, where there's a meme out there, It's like saying, hey, Jay-Z, pink suit. He's like, it's mauve, bro. It's mauve, it's not pink. But I put that pink suit on because people still ask me, it's a pink jacket, pink shirt, pink trouser. I love the whole monotone. And that whole monotone somehow in a place like Dubai was, wow.
Okay.
I would wear it here also, but you can't walk around Khaza Nawaz Khan Road wearing all pink, unless you're a tailor
Correct.
who has been on the road for so long. But no, it's tough. But in a place like the Middle East or Dubai per se or London, you can wear a pink suit.
Correct.
So men should explore.
Okay, two things we're going to talk. One is we're going to talk about social media, which is very critical because today you're known across the world for the reels and videos you put up, right? And before we go to that, I want to ask you, every business owner goes through challenges because to really build something which you love, passionate about is not easy. We know it, right? Can you share with us the couple of very challenging phases in your whole career?
Like you said, every business goes through its ups and downs, right? And I think it's a learning process. It is like that visa stamp that you want, that you don't know you want, but you technically want, It's that scar that is there, but you've healed.
Yeah.
So, OPM is how it started.
Other people's money?
Yes, which doesn't work. Please don't go by that theory. It doesn't work really, honestly. At the end, I put in a lot more sweat, eventually equity to build up. But 2009 was that financial crisis. The world was seeing a lot of crisis. And then enter mentor number 3, Mr. VC Rao.
Okay.
Again, unfortunately, the man is no more. I learned so much from him subconsciously.
Okay.
And he had this beautiful property on Khader Nawaz Khan Road. I don't know why I wanted to be on Khader Nawaz Khan Road.
For people who are watching this, if you're not from Chennai, K&K is the fashion hub of the city. Yeah. All the big brands, everything is there in K&K. It's called Khader Nawaz Khan Road. Okay.
Something about that name, because, when my friends, the partners told me, where do you want to keep your store? I looked around, I drove around this. This is one habit I have. I want to drive. I drive around, see, just generally visual appeal. I said, I want to be on Khader. I grew up right there. I grew up in Rattling Gate. It's just a curve away.
Yeah.
And something about that road saying that I want to be on Khader Nawaz Khan Road. And the only property there was one Mr. VC Rao's property available that I could afford a basement.
Okay.
Right? Folio was there. I don't know if you remember the brand called Folio. This is 2006. Mr. Rao had a basement, which was his office. So I go to meet him. He says, what are you doing? Clothing. I had to sell to him. See, I'm like you.
Yeah.
I'm aspirational. I want to sell a brand, this, that. It's his office. Of course, we paid even for that day, we paid a very high rental. People thought I'm mad paying for a basement, that kind of price that we paid. But I somehow wanted to be there. And what I learned from, again, Mr. Shapurwala, Mr. Akbar, is his store was not on the street. Even my existing store, you can't find it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to look for it. Little effort.
Correct.
I like that aspect of that suspense that it draws to you.
Okay.
That I didn't have a driveway back then. I don't have a full driveway, but at least you drive in. People complain about driving out.
Yeah.
But the store then was also a basement, steps going down, then turning. And then you get a glimpse of.
So you're going against conventional people who want retail space, saying, no, people need to find you.
Yeah.
Come and search of you.
No, yeah, that excitement builds, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to this store that I've heard of.
Correct.
I mean, we were not what we are now back then, but we were still a spot to, like a men's store, one of the first, only men's, multi-branded, technically. We started with ready-to-wear, I was telling you, retail. I realized...
so your biggest challenge, VC Rao, you're telling me that story.
And 2009, the crisis. I was very upset with him because I didn't have rent to pay. and we had funded. It was one large chunk, bootstrapped, saying, okay, we didn't factor in 1 year's rent. We said, okay, now that investment is made, the store is ready, the clothes are here, rotate. Sell, and pay your supplies and pay your rent and start rotating. As a business, I realized that you need to have 6-8 months of a threshold.
Correct.
We didn't factor that in because we went a little overboard, had to be in the road, had to do a nice store, had to keep stuff. So I had to compromise somewhere, and I did that. And we were behind rents by a few months. So I kept going to him with a book. It's like going to your principal, that, right? Like I said, school scarred me. So every time I had to go propose something, that school thing trauma would come in, and I would like, nahi sir, itna ye, aise karna hai, whatever. Basically, give me rent discount.
Yeah.
No. Politely at the end, no, I can't do that. Take your time.
Okay.
Take your time. I said, what is that? I used to complain. I said, what is this guy? No heart. Doesn't want to give me, some discount. Fine, okay, But I realized that what he did was he made me stronger.
Yep.
I drove towards earning that money, figuring it out, paying all the rent. Till the last day, we were nil. I paid him everything. What he gave me was time to figure it out. That is the biggest learning I treasure today. That he just gave me a little bit of a leash, saying that, okay, here, I'll ease off on you. He could have thrown me out. I had defaulted 3-4 months. He would have thrown me out, but he didn't. He said, I like you. My expectation back then was, give me a rent discount.
Yeah.
50%, 20%, whatever it may be, right? But that time that he gave me it made me stronger. I figured out how, hustle, whatever it may be, longer work hours. I made the money and we paid him.
Okay.
And
that was a very challenging phase for you.
Very challenging phase, 2009. For any business, you go through that, ups
Correct.
and downs. People told me a business is like a sand clock, right? Sand clock, sand time, whatever, yeah. That 3 years is your pivotal point. So I'm here, okay, tuck. 3 years over, now it'll turn, no. 3 years over, nothing. Then someone said, no, 5 years. 5 years. Someone said 7 years. I think for me, the journey has been 9 years.
Okay.
Every 9th year, we are in our 19th year, by the way.
Okay.
For people to say, wow, Osman, you're doing so well. I said, it's taken me 19 years to get to where I am, right?
Correct.
But one thing we did is we kept punching through that one wall. You see the Chinese or the Kung Fu artists, like, constantly doing this. It's because they're hitting that one spot. And then you obviously will break through at some point. You will rise above the tide. But 9 years was ours. So each one has your own time.
I always say, you become an overnight success after 10 years of hard work.
10 years of hard work, there you go. So 9 years of hard work.
That's an overnight success, but it's 10 years of hard work.
10 years of hard work. People don't see it.
Yeah.
People don't see it. They'll be like, wow, look at you. And like, if you know the journey, you know the journey. It's easy to say. But those 19 years have been tough.
Yep.
But when you look back, touch wood, when you look back, God's been very kind. They were just learning curves.
Any other big hit which you feel was a very big hit in the 19 years?
2015, our exit from Mr. V.C. Rao. I like how it's going like a story, Mr. Agro Shapurwala. It started with my granddad, my father. Mr. V.C. Rao, may the Almighty rest his soul. 2015, the flood. The Chennai
floods, yeah.
We were a basement.
Oh boy.
100 times people said, you cannot do business in a basement. You cannot, the curve is downward.
Yeah.
I said, I'd never understood that. To a point that I had a client who always said, Osman, I have a very dominant signature. Osman Abdul Razak. They're like, sir, you're perfect for banks, stuff like that. But it went downward. So he said, Osman, see, everything is going down for you. You're struggling, your store is down, your signature also is down. Tilt your signature upward. I said, I don't believe in all of this now, but okay, fine. No harm. I will make sure the angle upwards. I just started doing that.
Okay.
I don't know where it's helped me, whether it's helped me or not, but it was just like that, okay, you think this is not right. I will fold it's like, putting the pocket square a little more inside rather than keeping it all out there. Everyone said the basement is a issue, which actually I think now, because that 9 years we never grew. It was like that, how much ever energy you're putting in, money, sweat, hard work, you're just there. But I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to leave Hazar Nawaz Khan Road.
Yeah.
I had spent 9 years, I had not renovated because we overspent. Right? I wanted a Giorgio Armani kind of a store, right? All, of course, he does all marble back then. 2006, we wanted my brief to my design team then was Giorgio Armani, right? He recently passed. I never put up anything, but he was being a very aspirational point in my fashion career. The store was him, all beige and brown dark wood. Of course, the wood became almost black because the coloring was wrong. But we spent a lot. I had not done anything for 9 years because one, we were always tight.
Correct.
And two, where will I go? Why will I lose all this money now? The interiors are gone.
So 2015, the floods came in. What happened?
They washed me out.
Completely.
Overnight, I was out. I was in Bombay with my wife. We had gone for our second GQ event. Okay, Gentleman's Quarterly, GQ, India. Big moment for us. Like, okay, Bombay is recognizing you. And it's the first time I started sporting my grey. Another thing till my wedding, or rather, my wife didn't even know I used to color my hair.
Okay.
It was always black or dark brown, because I felt I grayed very early. Again, that was trauma in school in graying. Be like, okay, look at.
There was a lot of trauma in school.
Exactly, So when people say
podcast on that, okay.
People say school, I said no, I don't want to go there. So the grays stuck with me, and I felt I need to conceal it.
Yeah.
So I did that. And little did I know that that's helped me a lot now. So at one point she's like, what? I didn't know. I said but she encouraged me to, you know what? Don't do it. Don't color your hair again. I think let it be you. Show yourself. And that's the first time that 2015 November.
So when the floods were happening, you were in Mumbai?
Before the flood, yeah. So before the floods, I decided not to. I went buzz cut, short hair, show a little grey. Okay, I'm traveling to Mumbai. Let's see how Mumbai accepts it.
Okay.
If it does, it's a hit. So 2015, 30th of November, we are in Bombay. And people are like, okay, who's this well-dressed man? Where are you from? Chennai? You're from Chennai? I said, yeah. They're like, okay, nice grey hair, nice blue suit, stripe, and well-received. I'm like, okay, wow, Mariam, this is a hit. People like the look. People know, they've not heard of a very well-dressed guy from the South who's a tailor, who's into fashion. So it was well-received. Unfortunately, that night, the water went overboard. Our basement was flooded. We became one of the fish tanks. 3 other stores on the road, completely drowned. Our ceiling is down. Our ACs are down. And at that point, because we were going through this crunch, I had moved I had a small warehouse, small tailor unit. I moved everything inside, thinking that I'll save the rent there, right? So literally everything went.
Let's pause it here. Okay, basically you are still struggling. It's your 9th year.
Yeah.
It's happening, going on. You've not changed place, same place.
Yeah.
Everything is in that one store.
Yeah.
And floods wipe it out.
Completely.
Okay. I want to know that night when you got to know that it's gone. What was running in your head?
That night, I got up at 6:30, 7 a.m. to Facebook saying Chennai is flooded. And a few calls coming in that people can't access the store. Khadra was known as 4 feet of 3 feet, 4 feet of water. People are seeing fishes, boats are out. I'm panicking. My wife was upset because our daughter is a few months old in Chennai, don't know what's happened. Lines are down. I didn't know what happened till I got out, till a day later, right? So we get pictures. I asked someone who stays close by to go have a look. One of my staff, he's part of the main team. And Ashok was like, okay, I'll walk. It's crazy water. So pura doob gaya. Everything is gone. Pani andar ja raha hai. Like, glass door.
Gone.
Water gushing in still. So I like, and then you don't see pictures, right? Stress, panic.
Yep.
And then you can't enter. 3 days it took us to come to Chennai. We had to take a flight to Bangalore. From Bangalore, no flights. Took a car, which is a risk because Tambaram is down.
Yep.
That's the only way in. We literally had a closed moment there because one of the bridges were completely underwater. It only sunk in when I actually came to the store and I saw like everything in shambles. Like, only the Gabbana wall was there, everything down, AC's down. Or it broke me as a person. That period, I don't remember. Now I can't react to it the way it happened then.
I agree. I
but it was a complete, like, I didn't know what to do. The solace was no one is hurt.
Okay.
Because a life lost there is it's trauma to carry, right? A lot of people came to me at that point, right? Because that 1 week was very tough. I've cried myself to sleep. Just think what is happening, I've worked so hard.
Yeah.
You so much. And then now why this? Now, but it was a silent way of pushing me out of that basement that I never wanted to move. I didn't want to move. Okay, now the store is gone. You can't reuse anything. The clothes are gone. You can't do anything. So you technically have to move.
Yeah.
Mr. VC Rao then just one check. Here's a deposit.
He gave it back.
Yeah. Well, he said, because at some point I was like, the watchman should have told us. He should have secured it. He says, I can't do anything. I don't know why. The day you want to leave, your deposit is with you. One check. He's like, that day, sir, after a few days, sir, I think I'm leaving. Give me the check. See, again, I was like, wow, respect for that guy.
Yeah.
Because no questions asked. Nothing. Although we had quits everything, we had paid up everything. That 1 month, he gave me a waiver, November month. It's okay, don't pay. And he gave me the check. But I had nothing. I had to find. But the bug in me, the Kida, they say, had to be on Khadar Nawaz Khan Road.
Yeah.
I was again very fortunate. We found a few buildings down, which now I think from number 12, we moved to number 20. So we went up. And that's what people told me, Osman, you have come rock bottom. You're the bottom of the ladder. You're only going to ascend.
See, the things
You're
you
only
do
gonna
when
climb.
the things you do when you're down determines how are you going to live.
Exactly.
As simple as that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was able to, it's not like I acquired the business, right? I was able to start it in 1 week. Like that. Of course, I had friends. The shop upstairs helped me. Keep your stuff. See your clients here, no problem. Rent free. Clients who had lost, there were clothes lost, who I could replace, we replaced.
So you're up and running in how long?
In 6 days.
6 days.
Yeah, we had to.
Yeah.
No, new place took us some time.
Yeah. But you were somewhere you can meet people and...
Exactly, right above.
Okay.
Was another store, was a friend. He said, just come, Osman. So again, that one moment for him that he won my heart, saying that, okay, I would have done the same.
Correct.
But for someone to do that is not easy, right? Gave me space, could meet the clients. We remade for whoever we had to deliver. Who we couldn't deliver and didn't want, we replaced, we refunded. Fabrics were gone. Suppliers sent me fabrics saying, do and then pay me. This is all that 9 years of, again, character, right?
Correct.
They know you're a man of your word.
Yep.
You pay your bills. So I had someone who I respect a lot, give me a blank check saying, here, Osman, whatever you want, you fill and start. I didn't take it. But for me, the winning was you giving me that was that confidence.
The friend, the customer, who was he?
It was a friend.
Wow.
It was a very good family, friend. The least expected.
One thing, Osman, I'm a big believer in people. Okay. I'm a big believer. I think we're surrounded with some amazing friends and people who always chip in when you really need.
Yeah.
Always. If you're a man who stands by your word.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who always stands by what you do. And for me, the story you're narrating, if you look back now, had the floods not happened, you might have still been in the basement. We have no idea.
I would have been there for sure.
Yeah.
I know that.
So it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Correct? I always believe a challenge hits you because nature wants to shake you from your roots and say, come on, wake up, man.
Yeah.
It's time for you to go higher.
Yeah.
If I don't kick in your butt, you're not going to move your ass.
I agree.
Correct?
I absolutely agree.
That's the only way nature works.
Yeah.
One of my teachers told me this. Common people look back and thank nature for what happened as a challenge. Wise people get excited when the challenge is happening because they know now it's time to go to the next level. So that's how I look at it. Every time a new challenge comes, I get super excited.
That's how I take it. Yeah. Now suddenly this guy who feared stuff is gone. Because you have taken whatever beating it has thrown at you and you stood up
Yeah.
Right? And this is where, there were people who thought that I will succumb. The family business couldn't recover. Multiple factors, right? And I don't take financial fund.
Okay.
That's one reason our growth has been steady, but it could have, I could have ascended faster, but I'm happy.
You don't take external funding?
I don't.
Yeah.
I have no debt. I have no loans.
Okay.
Right? So that's because of the family history that we've had. I have seen literally everything go. Right? For no reason of ours. For a wrong calculation that the bank thinks you owe them. But anyway, that was again another strength that I'm very proud of. That saying that, it's all bootstrapped. It's all the business has earned and reinvested. Okay, there is also a cycle. It's a cycle.
Right. But you sleep peacefully.
Yes. The pandemic, I slept. I know friends who are panicking, EMIs, this, that. I slept through COVID 2020.
Okay.
Right? Salaries are paid, rent was paid, no worries.
Okay.
So you're right. The whole aspect, and if you're Mr. V.C. Rao, I said, was a pivotal point. Because with that, I was able to restart.
Yeah.
Because I had the blueprint. I just had to open the piece of paper and say, this is the store, this is what we'll do, this is the fabric, this is what we'll do. Tailor shop is there, no life lost. It's okay. It's okay.
So the current store is where you moved after that.
Yes.
That's where the current store is right now.
Where we complete 9 years now.
9 years. Wow.
Yeah.
So your second jump is ready now.
It's happening.
You're ready for happening. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where your Mason, Madras, everything is coming up.
Exactly.
Can you share about what is the new concept? Because last time when I came to your store, you told me that I said, wow, man, I've never seen something like this in India. Never happened before. Can you share what is it all about?
So we started with ready to wear, I told you, right? Miss Gabbana Life was a ready to wear store. Ready to wear is off the rack, pret-a-porter, whatever you want to call it. You go in, you try and you buy. But it was a model that I felt we were too early for, or we were priced differently. People still went to your tailor. So we started, so Gabbana pivoted after the crisis 2009. I'll just take one step back. It went into tailoring, saying that I feel tailoring is better. Let's start tailoring. There were so many tailors, so many people thought, okay, we were one of the many. How do you differentiate, right? So that's when we started defining tailoring skill, defining fabric, defining what cut. You can't come to me and say, I want this. That's a normal darzi. Like, customer aaya, ye bataya, main bana diya. You come to me, we discuss, I'll tell you what you should be buying or what I will help you with. Or if you have a specific query, which I can do, I'll do for you. So we started defining that, breaking the norm. People thought I was mad, saying that he's saying no. Even last week, someone came to me, he wanted to buy. I want to buy, I want to indulge. And that's a lot like me. If I'm a very impulsive buyer, right? I don't buy clothes, but there's something else I see, a shoe. If I like it, I want to buy it. And I didn't have anything his size. Back at a Bombay store would have, with all due respect, the kind of mindset I got then is, becho.
Becho, yeah.
Jo chahiye becho. I have never lied to a person that this looks
No, that's not you. You can't be like that, Osman. That's not you at all.
The guy went, I said, you go to this shop, you might find something. I unfortunately don't have anything to sell to you. And my guy was like, sir, wo kharidna chahta tha. I said, but we can't sell to him. That happened even now to me 3 days ago. And I was just thinking back, like, wow, this is how we were, So we stuck to a philosophy, a principle that we didn't deter from, we didn't deviate from. And coming back to Meso, like you said, Meso, Madras, 18 years. That's my celebrating that second 9th phase, right? Where I said, I want to move back to ready-to-wear fashion because I felt the gap. Because bespoke is location specific. I have tried to replicate bespoke. I've done travel sales in 2012 and no one did it in India. Or at least not that I know of, right? 2012, I've gone to Bombay, Hyderabad, Delhi, trying to sell. I'm a tailor, I'll make for you. But then what happened was a fitting. I can't take the whole team there.
Correct.
And if you do more than 2 fits, they'll be like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Correct.
So we've been beaten there ourselves. It never worked. Although the flamboyance is there, taking your trunk, taking your books, opening up at a hotel and saying, hey, I'm here. But how do you do a bespoke fitting? You can't. Yeah, you can't scale. How long can you do it for? And once they know, so I realized that is not a scalable model. What can I do with my expertise that I should scale now, or that I can replicate or make multiple touch points, right? Because I want to serve India, not just Madras. And we have a clientele that comes even from Kashmir. I have clients based out there who love my stuff. Sri Lanka, Dubai. So I said, let's figure out a model, enter the word haberdashery, which I've always seen thanks to my travel, a multi-branded or a single format store curated. So this space is a salon that it's like an extension to my personal space. The books I love, the art is curated by me, the flooring was chosen by me, the carpets were hand-drawn by me, the light is something I've liked. The table tennis table that people have really loved is something I'd seen in an auction house long time ago. Saying, I said, wow, what an idea. Of course, I've improvised. We draw inspirations. It's not original ideas. I'm not saying that I've created this. But I've put all of that in one space. Saying that is an experience store where you come in, where you're invited.
Only by invite.
It's only by invite.
Okay.
Basically, you need to be prepared to come in, but it is technically by invite. I choose to open the doors to you.
Okay.
You can't just walk in. And that's the next pivotal in retail that we're trying to do there is saying that.
So what do I get to experience in that place?
Everything, Osman.
Okay.
Everything that, again, it's not a selling space. It's a, when it's a salon, it's a showroom, it's a place where I present brands to you. Okay. I present a new style to you. I present from knitwear, socks, shoes. It's a very quiet space that's saying, hey, Surreal, this is what I think is nice. You should explore this, So we're presenting a lifestyle. And when you come into that store, you'll be like, okay, wow, from the airing cupboard, I even created the space so it looks like a larger extension of your private wardrobe. Okay. You'll be like, hey, this is how I want to keep my clothes. This is what I want. Yes, I want a perfume. I wanted these beads. So we are just getting into more character of a person. Okay. Even the art is like hand-picked just to build character. And then you can do that. You can build... so Meso is just a little... It's my moment, right? I wanted to create that.
So this is something you would love to replicate across the country slowly.
It's a scalable model.
Scalable model.
Because I'll tell you, at Meso Madras, we're the first to have 100 hands. First, they're an Indian-based company in Amsterdam. The shirt apparently goes through 50 people, 100 hands literally.
Wow, that's right? It's called
100 hands. And they are world-renowned. From Savile Row to Sweden to America, you name it, they're in every multi-brand store, they are there. They do made to order and they do off the rack. So we're the first retailer in India to have 100 hands. First to have Eterno, an Italian brand. First to have a shoe company called Contrale. First to have Saswa perfume, that's Indian, an Indian brand, but only sold in Europe. First to have VCOD. So everything is like my dream of, back to retail. I never thought, but they're all first time collaborations happening with a single store in Chennai, in Madras. Is because of the passion and the way we've carried ourselves. So that has multi-brands that I can scale to multiple locations.
Correct.
Even an airport.
Correct.
But it'll be like a private lounge, right? Yep. You need to have a membership.
Again, membership.
Yeah. Like your Emirates Skyward or your Vistara, Air India. The Maharaja welcomes you, but you need to have the red card. Only then you're allowed in. So it's like a members only kind of a space. A members only will have a cigar lounge, but I felt we've really tried, but we couldn't, with clothes you can't, and then I felt I can't bring my son. I'll be encouraging something that I don't want him to do. So we kept away those aspects of it. So the TT table is perfect,
Okay, so the next 9 years look very exciting.
Inshallah,
really building this and scaling this. Okay, quickly, social media. You're big on social media. I know you're big on Instagram. I love the reels you create.
Thank you.
And the rule of 3, something which I saw in your social media, stuff like that. Tell me, for entrepreneurs watching this or anybody in this industry, why building that personal brand is very important.
like I said, there are so many people doing what we do, right? The individuality aspect, the connect is important because they build a character around it, right? Social media has been a big pivotal for us post that flood period. That's the time I had to look at ways to come out of the impact, the hit we had taken. Instagram, I had already signed up in 2012, but personal, closed account. Again, Mariam, my wife had encouraged me saying, Osman, you have a closed account. I was closed because I'll put a picture, only show it to my friends because there will be other people copying me.
That was your mindset at that time. Okay.
So she's like, how will people see you when you're closed? Yeah. I said, yeah, that makes sense, So the other thing is from the slide on Instagram you do from a private account to a public account, right? I did that 2012. Started putting small pictures that I see as aspiration, right? And what I love style to be. It was just me being me. And she had a big hand in that. She I said, if you are only if you have a public account, people start appreciating, and people will do what they want. If be it get inspired from you, you get inspired from other people. It's the same. I said, yeah, actually, I just saw it in a different perspective. So 2012, I was on Instagram, but Facebook, Instagram, never used it. 2014, 2015 was the period we were starting to dabble because GQ and everyone's how does Bombay see you is through Instagram. So I realized people started noticing you outside your geographical location, right? So for me, at that point, it was only a coffee table magazine. We were really hell-bent on that. My door has a bell.
Yep.
If you come to the store, right? A ting, ting, just to, is to tell you that someone's come in. It's also that lucky charm. Because in that 9 years in that basement, I used to wait for someone to come through that door.
Yeah.
Because you're in a basement, because you want to be in a basement, you want people to find you, but how will they find you?
Yeah.
You nowhere. Only one board. No Instagram.
Nothing.
And one coffee table magazine that you don't know the circulation is true or not.
Correct.
You pay a bomb.
Yeah, you have no...
But you don't know.
Yeah.
So how do people see you? So you have to go out. One of the tailors told me was go out to 5-star hotels, have a coffee in the lobby with a nice suit. People will see you. I said, how much can I do, When the scene was in the evenings, people are at the club.
Correct.
Not having coffee. India is not that culture.
Yeah.
I've tried that also. Saying, Mariam, let's go have dinner. Not telling her why. Let's go dinner. Why you're dressing up? I just want to, sitting there because I can't tell her, listen, this is what I want to do. She said, I'm not coming with you. Few times we tried, never, He says, one more, Tailor, you need to know the general manager of a hotel. Okay. I said, why? Because he will pull you to the clients. Very valid point. But I never got around doing that, because he would say, hey, I know this tailor. I'll point you to him. But so social media was for that eye opener for me, where it kind of opened us outside Madras, where suddenly you see everything is plateaued. But they know, hey, there is this guy in some city doing some great work.
Correct.
Now the brands today are very lucky because it's all out. You can monetize, you can boost, you can be out there, you see something, you can easily create that now.
Correct.
But back then it was so hard for us, right? So I tell the brands that are new today, I say you're very lucky.
Yeah.
At the same time, there's enough competition. I'm not saying that, but you are right out there, right? You didn't have to go through that waiting for the door to open.
Correct.
When a customer will come. When he comes, customer is king, of course. We always treat it that, but king has to draw a line, or we draw a line, right? So it really helped me open up to the world, right? Seeing also what's there, at the same time putting our talent out there. That's how the GQ Best Dress happened. So many awards happen. Publications happen. The Rob Report, Hindu, Indulge, Man's World, Vogue, all happened because of social media.
Correct.
They got to see, so I feel it was, the next phase was at the right time. Again, I also did something where my family really supported me. Was after the flood, I had to, it's all again, like I said, it's mapping today, and I think of it, it's so beautifully laid out, I had Gabbana Life. I honestly didn't like the name. I had no choice. I felt it was borrowed, stolen, whatever. I didn't choose to put the name there. I had to. That was the business model we chose to. So 2015, I saw a perfect opportunity to sideline the name and bring Osman Abdul Razak forward. Saying, I'm the man. It's about me. Okay, let's bring him forward. So we build an identity. Today, I want to take that name back. Because, when you have the name on the board, everyone wants to meet you.
Yeah.
How many people can you serve?
Correct.
I can do 4 or 5 clients, then I'm burnt out.
Correct.
My friends, I've disconnected from, they think I'm too, I don't know what they think, but he doesn't meet. Honestly, I'm tired. By the end of the day, I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
I'm at work. I open the store even now.
Yeah.
I somehow feel that's my vibe, right? I feel that energy. So I open the store even now. I like it. I try to leave early, but I'm there literally. So that's become like a sanctuary for me now. That's how this whole expansion I'm enjoying now is because earlier I'd had this one store. I'm sitting there. I can't exit.
Yep.
Now I have exit spots. Maison is an exit.
Yep.
The tailoring unit on top is an exit.
Yeah.
I can disappear.
Yeah.
But the burden, I wouldn't say burden. I mean, I think it's a wrong word to use. But the weight on that name is so strong now. So I want to know, and I can't expand an Osman everywhere.
Yeah.
Because if I put an Osman Abdul Razak in Hyderabad, you say, where is Osman?
Yep.
I need to be there. If I'm there, where is Osman in Chennai?
Yeah.
Where is Osman in Delhi? So Maison becomes that exit. Osman is one of the few.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's there. It's curated by him. His energy, like a perfume, is there. But, it's not entirely...
I agree. I'm looking forward for the next phase of Next 9, how that plays out. Okay. Osman, there's something which I have to ask you about. Hashtag Dapper. Something which you created. Can you share with us what is that?
So, Mariam is not from... my wife, she's not from Chennai.
Okay.
She's from... she's Sri Lankan, but from Dubai. And when she came here... Obviously, moving from Dubai is always a culture shock. Culture here is different. And everyone uses the word da, inna da, come da, this da. So she's like, what is da? So it's like Sri Lanka has macha.
Yeah.
Inna macha, let's macha.
Chennai also has got macham, but
da is more Chennai.
Yeah.
Macha is more Sri Lanka. I think it's Tamil culture anyway. She's like, what is this? So it's like that. What is this? In the Middle East they use, I don't know. But da is that.
Like Singapore uses la.
Yeah, Singapore uses la.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't know why. And we had this cousin who'd always go, illa da. She's like, I just don't know what he's saying. Da only I know. So she then said, you should use the word da somewhere. And that's the time dandy, dapper. The hashtag was trending then, hashtag that they say. So she's like, she came up with the idea of saying, I think you should just, as literally a fun aspect at one evening, and then we really used it. So she's like, you should be known as Dapper Da. Because you're dapper, that's what you stand for, your clothing and stuff. And the Da is your Chennai route to...
You should give credit to her. It's damn cool.
It's so impactful and original that I always say, Mariam, so this goes out to you. But yeah, so Dapper Da has become this hashtag that we've been known for.
Yeah.
We use, even now I use, although people say hashtags are almost fading away. But Dapper Da is when you search hashtag Dapper Da, you get to see literally
all of your work, all your celebrities, everything.
Everything.
Okay, great.
So that's the
hashtag Dapper Da. So anyone watching, if you really want to see Osman's work, hashtag Dapper Da, Google, you will find the celebrities who you really styled.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me this. Who's your favorite well-dressed celebrity? We say like, wow, this person is always well-dressed.
There are so many in the industry now, But who I like a lot is Dulquer dresses very well.
Yeah,
different, very different. You have streetwear, you have formal suits, you have Ram Charan, Che Akineni, the whole new generation. You have Shah Rukh Khan's son, Arjun Khan. All of them now are putting themselves out there because thanks to social media, you feel you need to carry that persona. So right now, I think a lot of them, Ram Charan's style I like a lot.
Okay.
We
worked a lot with him.
We worked. He's kind of easy and he's like, and I love it that even Shahid that way. They're like, I love what you're wearing. So that's so nice to get credit from and know from them, because I mean, I love what they do. You know, the work they do. It's not easy. I feel sometimes my work is like acting, you know, because Chian Vikram we did. Oh, another celebrity, another person that I have absolute respect and regard for. So humble, so sweet, so
very simple.
The way he talks, you know, it puts you. And the movies then there. So I told him that day once. I said
his personality is so different off screen.
Very
right?
different.
Like
And
you can't even see. This is the guy who did that movie, right?
Yeah. And that one movie where he changes personality.
Onion.
I said I'm onion every day, sir. To customers, you have to talk like quietly. Maybe sometimes to the team, you're like, her day. And then again, you go back sometimes, you know. So that's our repeat life.
Yeah.
But you learn so much from them. So I think now I think social media has put you out there.
Yeah.
Everyone has to look good. And thanks to people like us, we're able to give the community that as well. So
I agree. Okay. Now for people who say, I can't afford bespoke. Now, can you just give us a crash course? What to wear for an office look? Give me office look. Give me a party look.
Back to the rules.
Okay.
Back to the rules. The Satoril guide. I follow two things. Light colors for day. Divya Darshini had come to the store and she said, Osman, I love what you're doing. And she said, let's random. She still does a lot of YouTube content. Brilliant. And she said, let's do one small bite for a Tamil Makkal.
Didi is a very good, very famous anchor and she does a lot of shows.
Superb. Her command, and she just flows through. And I said, no, I can't be like you, Didi. She's like, no, you do that. And we did that little one bite and it went viral. Where I said, two things I follow. Light colors for day, dark colors for evening, right? Now, rules are meant to be bent, right? But the reason we set that is because you understand yourself better, then you work around. Like, you know, Ranveer Singh for me is bending in the rule every time.
Okay.
So he knows what he wants, right?
Yeah.
So you understand that. So light colors for day. So if you're in a day environment, do softer colors, you know, because then you stand out more. And automatically darker colors for evening. So then your wardrobe, even if someone sees you from day to evening, I look different. You look different, you feel different. So simple rule, light colors for day, dark colors for evening. Black I tend to avoid. But black, like I said, red carpet, evening look, cocktail, going out, club, do a black. It's fine. But you can't wear a black for a 7 a.m. meet. Don't come in black, because then it's suddenly very aggressive. It's like you've slept through or not slept and you just come back. So light colors for day, dark colors for evening.
Okay. Suit or sherwani?
Everyday fashion. So I call men everyday fashion as suits, technically. I want to promote people wearing suits. Sherwanis are more ceremonial. I'm married very happily. So sherwanis are, for me, in my wardrobe, secondary. Everyday fashion, so suits. I would say suits.
Your preference is suits.
Always.
Okay. We have a couple of rituals and greater than. Okay. One is, we call it 3, 2, 1. And you have no idea what is the 3 things I'm going to ask you. What are the 2 things I'm going to ask you? What is the 1 thing I'm going to ask you?
You're stressing me out now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's start with 3 first. 3 is 3 people who have really influenced you.
Oh, we've spoken about most of them. You know, like I said, my first introduction, my aspiration to do what I'm doing today and business and this is from my granddad that I know through my father. Right? So they have always been that one stumbling block of saying that do what you feel like and what you should do what you love. Mr. Akbar Shapurwala, who...
What's your granddad's name?
Osman.
Okay, wow.
After him.
Okay, you've been named after him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the tribute to the ready-to-wear line, which is Osman, is him, what I know of, very elegant, very put together, very composed, gentlemanly is what they say. Your granddad was a gentleman is what they say. Go down street, number 24, go down street. He'll walk with a cane and a hat back in the day.
Okay.
So they know him as an Englishman. So I somehow live, this particular collection lives through his term of elegantly dressed, simple, clean colors, nothing very harsh, but every time an impact. So
brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, that is one. Second?
Mr. Akbar Shapurwala.
Yeah.
I think my introduction to sprezzatura, the whole Italian flair, my love for the Italian way. By the way, the Dapper Da is known as the Dapper Da way because back then I only knew of the Italian way. And I said, okay, wait, this is all that whole Madras awakening. So it's called the Dapper Da way now. But my introduction to the Italian style of spreads the casual, effortless dressing was him.
Okay.
So I would give it to him because he's been a big influencer, introduced me to that whole culture, right? So that's him for sure.
Number 3?
There are many number 3s, so put it down. But my mom's brother has been a very strong source of inspiration because he's always been there whenever we've had troubled times, right? He's one pillar that you can always, even talk to, where he'll encourage. Sometimes you need that little word of encouragement, right? And that 1-2 words that just drive you to get up again and go back to that wall. So him, I would say, yeah.
Okay, those are the 3 people. Okay.
Yes.
2 value system of yours which has helped you reach where you are.
See, again, retail is very, I don't mean anything bad about retail, but retail is also, when you come across the kind of exposure we've had at retail, it's sell anything and everything, right? But no, we don't go by that. If it's not meant for you, if it's something that doesn't suit you, or it's not something for you, I've told my team, we know it as that. We sell what is for you. We will never try and push something. It might have more money, more margin, whatever. It's never that way. So when someone comes to me, I never say what budget you have. Because I feel I would get scared. I would give a lower number than what I can spend, or maybe throw a number that is just to see, right? So that value system of, there's no price to it, the moment we start talking to you, you understand that, hey, this is the right thing for me. So that's one system that I follow.
Okay.
And 2, something in the book, the scriptures, where Mizan, right? You never mess with the weight. Like you're buying 1 kilo of mangoes, the guy will always give you a little extra if you notice.
Correct.
He'll never give you 0.999. No, he'll give you 110. One mango also, I believe in that. I don't know how to frame that, but I never mess with the mizan. The weighing scale has to be always greater than.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. You got that. So I always give a little extra. So that 10% has to be.
So you basically add more value.
Yes.
So that's okay. That's your second value system. Okay, 1. Okay, 1. What will I go for? There's one person who you would love to style, which is still not done till now.
Oh. Mukundar ka Sikandar. Mr. Bachchan. I mean, I've grown up to his cassettes. My mom says you never used to open your mouth until I put the bunch of songs that Mr. Bachchan had. His movie Amar Akbar Anthony. Like I said, see, all that if I'm thinking now, his dressing, his command and his speaking, the clarity. Wow. So that's someone, I mean, I've had opportunities through Mr. Akbar. He used to style for him. Never got to meet him. Never really tried. I wish I should have. But
you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah.
Let's see.
I would love to.
Let's see if that. We have one more tradition. We have a bunch of affirmation bands here with the greater than symbol.
Oh.
You need to choose one and wear it for us. And let us know what you're picking.
What is greater than?
Yeah. So our basic intention with this podcast also is to tell people they're greater than whatever challenges they're going through. We want to inspire people that they're greater than whatever the challenge. That's why the podcast named that. So we have affirmations like the one I wear. It says, my purpose is greater than me.
My purpose is, okay.
So I wake up every morning looking at the thing that I clearly have a reason why I wake up every single morning. That's more important than the person I am. So that's how I have this affirmation band. So choose whatever works.
I have many aspects, but I'm liking I am greater than fears, fears.
Yeah. I'm greater than my fears.
Because like I said, school and stuff, I've always had
Max.
impact, but I've tried from all of them. I love green. It's one of the closest colors to me. So I am this.
Okay. You just need to wear it for us and finish that tradition. Okay, Osman, next 9 years, I'm really looking forward for your growth across the country with the stores and for the fabulous work you've done. Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you.
Thank you for all the knowledge you gave us.
No, but it's amazing, Surreal, what you guys have built. I remember getting introduced to, although Success Gyan during the pandemic, where
the masterclass came online.
The door shut down and suddenly everyone's doing online and stuff. And you guys really changed the game. Brought so many great speakers, tutors onto the platform that now we could learn from. So it's amazing what you're doing, and the platform you created. So many people don't have access to, a voice, and you're giving them that. So I think it's amazing. And greater than is going to be even more bigger than Success Gyan. I'm really excited for this. I love the green. Thank you for having me in this podcast. It's my first full format. I've done small, conversations, but this is was good. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for staying till the end. This podcast is about helping you shift perspectives, push your limits, and take steps that actually move you forward. Just remember that you're greater than anything life throws at you. I am Surendran Jayshekhar signing off. We'll see you again next Friday at 8 p.m. Until then, love yourself. Don't take life too seriously. Live a life of meaning and purpose.